I'll give it to you guys. You guys fought really hard for this, and listen, I'm here for it. Now you guys have an unambiguously black South African queen representing you. And what I love about the whole thing is that she looks like most South Africans. Most South Africans look like that, literally. So, yeah, you guys were right. You proved me wrong, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
The South Africa beauty pageant competition sparked a lot of fights between Nigerians and South Africans, I would say, because even in the comment section of those addressing and talking about the winner, I see so many South Africans and Nigerians coming at each other in the comment section. And you guys, it's not even something I can post. It's not a comment that I can include in this video because some comments are so brutal and I don't even know that it's going to get this far. This all started after a lady was asked to withdraw from the competition because they said she's not South African enough and they believe that her mother has committed like identity theft to kind of get a South African citizenship and she's not worthy to compete in that competition. She literally just had to withdraw. She said she withdrew for the well-being of her family, and I was even hearing some news and updates about them taking it to court and all of that. Her mother is South African and her father is Nigerian. A lot of people believe that she should still be allowed to participate, but there are some people saying she's not close to being South African at all. This man made a video on TikTok addressing the situation after the winner has been crowned. When the winner was announced, there were so many people making videos, even some South Africans as well, saying, so you guys literally chased this beautiful black woman out just for you to crown a white woman as Miss South Africa. I have put together all of these conversations. Without wasting much time, let's get right into it.
South Africans, come over here. So this is why y'all didn't want the woman with the Nigerian father representing you, right? Because this is what you wanted. This is the ideal representation of South Africa. This is what, every time a South African looks in the mirror, this is what you see. This is what you see. You swore that you swear that this is a representation of you, to the point that your actual government got involved because they did not want a black woman to represent them, a black woman from Nigeria. This one, your actual government got involved. Your government said, Blackie, go Blackie. Said, come Whitëy. I'm doing this with a South African accent because I imagine that's how all of you are. Go Blackie. You, Whitëy, come. I love you, my Whitëy. Ooh, Whitëy, I love you. This is it. This is what y'all wanted, right? So now, I believe every South African is at home right now, just feeling this sense of relief, this sense of happiness. They finally gotten a representative, someone who looks like them, someone who every time they look in the mirror, they reminds them of them to represent them on the international stage. See, now we know why. You see, there's a video going around. I'm not gonna upload it, but as much as I want to, I'm not gonna upload that video. It's that video of a white family walking in South Africa and the black man following them, praising them, calling them gods. You already know. I'm not gonna add. I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, that one. So yes, how are people like y'all are South Africans? I think it's fair to say that y'all literally are the worst, the absolute worst type of black people to exist in this world today. And I say this with a straight face. If you're South African, go ahead and unfollow me. I don't give a I don't care how much you're so pro-black and you're embarrassed by your people. Fuck you. Get the away. You're trash just like the rest of them. Because there's this mentality, there's this concept that because I have a platform or something, like I'm not supposed to be just a, oh, I'm more up than you are. Like if I ever met a South African in person from today on, a black South African,
After seeing this headline, I've been asking myself if a piece of paper makes us South Africans, or is it our shared experiences as compatriots that brings us together? Because if it's a piece of paper that makes us South Africans, then Abana Bamnyama only started their journey to becoming South Africans in 1986. Until 1986, the past laws basically made it illegal for Bana Bamnyama to exist outside of the townships or the Batustans that they were assigned to. But even the apartheid government was smart enough to recognize they had a skills shortage in the country and then drew people from Nigeria, Uganda, Ghana, from all over the place to fill those gaps during apartheid. Not to mention the fact that South Africans that were in exile were welcomed by our neighbors on the continent. And yet, this is how we treat one of our own.
This is the ideal representation of South Africa. This is what, every time a South African looks in the mirror, this is what you see.
Oh, it's not just South Africa that wants that to be their representation. It's a lot of Africa. See, the one thing I love about TikTok is that people be coming out here and telling all on themselves, okay? I'm starting to see why y'all have so much energy, and I'm talking about Africans, why y'all got so much energy for Black Americans, because y'all don't even have control in y'all's nations that y'all are so proud to come from. Example A. Y'all steady mo over there online trying to argue with Black Americans all day, and y'all don't even like each other. I mean, this is why y'all bullied this girl out of being the damn Miss South Africa, because she's a Black girl from another Black country. And y'all just keep proving my point that Africans, y'all are the true originators of Black on Black crime, because y'all bullied this Black girl. And it's not like she was trying to be Miss anything of a country that was not already Black. But the thing is, she was trying to be Miss Black whatever in a country where everybody's Black, but they hate each other. They rather have 7% of their population represent them than actual Black people. Y'all sit here and will say, oh, see, Black people like this in other African countries are ruining our country. But yet, this woman ain't. This woman isn't either. So it's okay if y'all oppressor comes in and takes over and do what they need to do, but the moment another Black person comes in to show excellence, that's where the issue is. Got it. Now I see why y'all don't like Black Americans. Because y'all be in y'all own land and have no control and give all y'all control over to these people. But Black Americans, they can live somewhere where they're not the majority of the people and still have a say, still have some level of control, still have some socio-economic control over their own autonomy. But yet, in y'all own lands, y'all don't have no control. She only makes 7% of y'all's whole population, and she has way more power and control than y'all ever will in your own country. I see why y'all are upset. And this is why I keep telling everybody I'm for tribalism. Because as you can see, Black Americans are the only group of people that want to see Black people do good. Other places that have Black people in it, they do not operate like that. At all. They don't want to see other Black people do good. Hell, they barely want to see Black people in their own countries do well. Now are y'all starting to see how these European nations were able to go into these places where it's 100% Black. There's only like 10 or 20% of them coming in, but yet they were able to gain complete control over their resources, their economy, be able to tell them what's beautiful and what's not. Now you're able to see that now, huh? All that fucking infighting that y'all got going on, but y'all got all this fucking time for Black Americans. Look like y'all need to get y'all own shit together. I see why y'all continent is in the way that it's in right now, because y'all give y'all power over to y'all fucking oppressor. And just to add insult to injury, y'all, they finally turning on this girl right here. I told y'all South Africans are not real. She went and defended that Chidima girl, the Black Nigerian girl who's run from Miss South Africa. Now all the South Africans call her Weena, Weena, Weena. Girl, I see why you left it. Like, I actually feel bad for you, because it's like, damn, you went to America, the Black people can't stand you, and then now in your own country, the Black people telling you, I know that was your worst nightmare, because I know you know the one thing about your country, they gonna praise you because you ain't Black, but now they even turn on you because you supporting Black. Damn. I mean, tell me you hate yourself without telling me you hate yourself. Oh, here you go.
Let's take this Chidima situation and try to break it down in our brains as much as we can. The problem with Chidima is that she didn't represent South Africans in any way. From her name to the way that she looks, down to the culture that she has publicly celebrated. I personally didn't care what Home Affairs said about her citizenship. All I cared about was the fact that nothing about her represented South Africans. When you tell us that we would rather celebrate a Mariki Filyun over our black sister, then we have the right to tell you that what you're talking about is a racial issue and it has nothing to do with being Miss South Africa. Playing the brother and sister card in the situation doesn't work, because a Mariki Filyun is more of my sister when we talk about being a South African as opposed to a black girl that comes from Nigeria or Ghana. In South African context, Mariki is my sister because I recognize her name, I recognize her language, and I recognize her culture. A Michaela Mackenzie is more of my sister when we talk about being a South African as opposed to a Chidima. If your problem is race and colonization, then there's other platforms where you can discuss those things, not this one. If the situation is racial, then yes, I can say Chidima is more of my sister than a Mariki, but this is not the case. So stop trying to guilt trip us and using big words to make us feel guilty or make us feel bad for not wanting to accept a person that doesn't represent us in any way. Stop trying to dibanisa things that don't dibana.
Hello guys, this is the part 2 of the Miss South Africa Chidima saga, so let's get into it. All the cyberbullying, the outrage, the intense scrutiny of having a Miss South Africa that doesn't have a South African surname, just for a white woman named Maria Leroux to win. Leroux has no South African origins. Leroux is of European and French ancestry. Okay? So they bullied this black girl. Okay? Talked about how they want representation, how that matters the most, just for a white woman to win. Damon Marley said it best. Africa must wake up, the sleepy sons of Jacob, for what tomorrow may bring. We need to do better, man. We really do. It's crazy. Not only did she win, she won above these two gorgeous black girls. Now, the South African Home Office released this statement, as well as the other statements, right? It's pinned on their Twitter page. And this statement basically says, hey guys, you know the last post that we made? We're still investigating, okay? So we have to protect the constitutional rights of all parties involved, all right? So they are basically saying that the alleged fraud that Chidima's mother committed, they are not sure. They haven't concluded their investigation, and they need space to get the full set of facts, so they won't be commenting on it further. They also say that they have to protect the constitutional rights of all parties involved. So that other statement that people are talking about, the Home Office doesn't have proof of it yet. So the alleged person or South African person that Chidima's mother stole their identity, there's no proof of it. Now, let me show you something that I didn't notice that I had to go back to look for. You see that part where they say ongoing Home Office Affairs investigation finds prima facie indications of fraud committed. All right. Now, let me show you what that means. It basically means that, look, this is the first impression. We are not sure yet, all right? It's first impression. We don't know. Don't hold us at our word, all right? It's going to be very, very interesting if we don't see the South African Home Office provide proof of the alleged fraud that Chidima's Mozambican mother committed. Because I was thinking to myself, right, in the statement, it said that Chidima's mother gave consent for them to look into it. So why would she give consent if she knew that, you know, there was something to find? It didn't add up, all right? That's why in their initial statement, they kept on saying allegedly, might have. It may seem as though. That's why. But they knew that the general public will gloss over that and just jump the gun. So let's see how it turns out. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Bye. Oh, and before I forget, they are also dragging Tyler for sticking up, you know, for Chidima, because Tyler basically said that, you know, she hates what happened to Chidima and she wishes her all the best. You know, she says she will always stand with South Africa, but she will not stand for the bullying that Chidinma went through. And a lot of South Africans are, dragging her for it. And it's so funny to me because, just a couple of months ago, Black Americans were dragging Tyler, right? And the whole continent came out to defend. So why wouldn't Tyler, who has been through the same bullying because of her identity, be able to relate with Chidinma?
This is a real conversation. People are seriously coming at each other, especially Nigerians and South Africans. Like, they are literally cursing each other out in the comment sections of videos. And there are so many South Africans, I must say, like, literally in support of the winner, the mayor lady. They said she's deaf and it's just the inclusivity. Some are just happy that the inclusivity is there. Someone who is deaf and uses an implant is able to win Miss South Africa, win a pageant. And people are just like coming from different perspectives. But there are still some people saying that this lady should not have been kicked out. The people saying she shouldn't have been kicked out, others are coming at them saying, what do you make about the identity theft that our mother engaged in? So let me hear what you guys think about this whole conversation, to be honest, because yeah, the winner has been crowned, but the conversation is still going on and it's still very hot and people are still cussing each other out. This person said, I lost hope in South Africa when they refused to elect Julius Malema. They are not progressive as a people. Their minds are warped. Some are even saying they still have colonized mindset is the reason why they make a Whitëy, they are, Miss South Africa. Another one said, we should never have fought for their freedom. They should have remained colonized. The blood of fellow blacks they have shed for jealousy cries to heaven. This one said, as a kid growing up, I was so confused when I saw the South African cricket team in the 80s. Nothing much changed. So they believe they involve more of white people. Yeah, there are white people in South Africa, but they are not the one dominating their population. So let me hear what you guys think about this entire conversation, because the winner has been crowned, but the conversation and the dragon is still going on. Let me hear your take in the comment section. I will catch you guys in the next one.